Tirthalion, your YouTube psychic. Card of the day. Readings. Unboxings. Your daily source for things arcane.
Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be going over the factual information regarding the suspicious death of one Miss Natalie Wood. Come Friday, we will be doing a tarot reading. So, if this is something you're interested in, hang on and we'll get right in. Wood began her career acting at age 4 and was given a co-starring role at age 8 in Miracle on 34th Street in 1947. As a teenager, she earned a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in Rebel Without a Cause, 1955, followed by a role in John Ford's The Searchers, 1956. Wood starred in the musical films West Side Story, 1961, and Gypsy, 1962. And she received nominations for the Academy Award for Best Actress for her performances in Splendour, In the Grass, 1961, and Love with the Proper Stranger, 1963. Her career continued with films such as Sex and the Single Girl, 1964, Inside Daisy Clover, 1964, and Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice, 1969. During the 1970s, Wood began a hiatus from film and had a child with her husband, Robert Wagner, whom she had previously married and divorced. Wagner and Wood remarried after she divorced her second husband. She acted in only 2 feature films throughout the decade, but appeared slightly more often in television productions, including the remake of the film From Here to Eternity, 1979, for which she received a Golden Globe Award. Wood's films represented a coming of age for her and for Hollywood films in general. Critics have suggested that her cinematic career represents a portrait of modern American womanhood in transition, as she was one of the only few to take both child roles and those of middle-aged characters. Wood drowned off Catalina Island on November 29, 1981, at the age of 43. The events surrounding her death have been the subject of conflicting witness statements, prompting the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, under the instruction of the coroner's office, to list her cause of death as drowning and other undetermined factors in 2012. In 2018, Wagner was named as a person of interest in the ongoing investigation into Wood's death. Wood died in mysterious circumstances at the age of 43 during the making of Brainstorm while on a weekend boat trip to Catalina Island on board Wagner's yacht Splendour. Outside of drowning, many of the circumstances are unknown. It was never determined how she entered the water. Wood was with her husband, Robert Wagner, Brainstorm co-star Christopher Walken, and Splendor's captain, Dennis Davern, on the evening of November 28, 1981. Authorities recovered her body at 8 a.m. on November 29th, 1 mile away from the boat, with a small Valiant brand inflatable dinghy beached nearby. Wagner said that she was not with him when he went to bed. The autopsy report revealed that she had bruises on her body and arms, as well as an abrasion on her left cheek, but no indication as to how or when the injuries occurred. Davern had previously stated that Wood and Wagner argued that evening, which Wagner denied at the time. In his memoir, Pieces of My Heart, Wagner admitted that he had an argument with Wood before she disappeared. The autopsy found that Wood's blood alcohol content was 0.14%, and that there were traces of a motion sickness pill and a painkiller in her bloodstream, both of which would increase the effects of alcohol. Los Angeles County Coroner Thomas Noguchi ruled the cause of her death to be accidental drowning and hypothermia. According to Noguchi, Wood had been drinking and she may have slipped while trying to reboard the dinghy. Her sister Lana expressed doubts, alleging that Wood could not swim and had been terrified of water all her life, and that she would never have left the yacht on her own by dinghy. Two witnesses who were on a nearby boat stated that they heard a woman scream for help in the night. Wood was buried in Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery in Los Angeles. Representatives of international media, photographers, and members of the public tried to attend her funeral, but all were required to remain outside the cemetery walls. Among the celebrities were Frank Sinatra, Elizabeth Taylor, Fred Astaire, Rock Hudson, David Niven, Gregory Peck, Gene Kelly, Elia Kazan, and Laurence Olivier. Olivier flew in from London in order to attend. The case was reopened in November 2011 after Davern publicly stated that he lied to police during the initial investigation and that Wood and Wagner had an argument that evening. He alleged that Wood had been flirting with Walken, that Wagner was jealous and enraged, and that Wagner had prevented Davern from turning on the searchlights and notifying authorities after Wood's disappearance. Davern alleged that Wagner was responsible for her death. Walken hired a lawyer, cooperated with the investigation, and was not considered a suspect by authorities. In 2012, Los Angeles County Chief Coroner whatever that name is, good Lord, LaKSHMANSATHYAVAGISWARAN. The Los Angeles County Chief Coroner amended Wood's death certificate and changed the cause of death from accidental drowning to drowning and other determined factors. The amended document included a statement that is not clearly established how Wood ended up in the water. Detectives instructed the coroner's office not to discuss or comment on the case. On January 14, 2013, the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office offered a 10-page addendum to Wood's autopsy report. The addendum stated that Wood might have sustained some of the bruises on her body before she went into the water, but that this could not definitively be determined. Forensic pathologist Michael Hunter speculated that Wood was particularly susceptible to bruising because she had taken the drug Synthroid. In 2020, a medical doctor and former intern of Noguchi at the time of Wood's death stated that the bruises were substantial and fitting for someone who gets thrown off a boat. He claimed that he made those observations to Noguchi, who reacted strangely as if he was involved in a cover-up. In February 2018, Wagner was named a person of interest by the police in the investigation. He has denied any involvement. The police stated that they know that Wagner was the last person who was with Wood when she died. In a 2018 report, the Los Angeles Times cited the coroner's report from 2013 saying that Wood had unexplained fresh bruising on her right forearm, left wrist, and right knee, a scratch on her neck, and a superficial scrape on her forehead. Officials said that it was possible that she was assaulted before she drowned. For its last 20 years, the Splendour, the 55-foot yacht on which Wood had been aboard on the night of her death, had been in the Alawai Small Boat Harbor near Waikiki in Honolulu, Hawaii, but was in extremely poor condition. On January 27, 2020, the vessel was removed from the harbor, then dismantled and demolished after they salvaged what they could. Now, if you were raised in the 80s, you heard about this. Probably dating myself, but my mother talked about this a lot. There was a TV show I used to watch with Robert Wagner and Stephanie Powers. And every time Mom would come in and see me watching that, she would start hollering about him being a murderer and that I didn't need to watch that. And then, of course, she would turn the TV off. So, what we're going to do is on Friday, we're going to go through and do a tarot reading on this incident because we have 4 players. We have Ms. Wood herself, we have Robert Wagner, Christopher Walken, and we have the boat captain who was Davern. So, we'll find out on Friday what happened, and just see you then.
Thanks for watching today's video. If you'd like to order your own reading, please visit me at tarotbytirthalion.tk. Don't forget to subscribe to my content.